right, I am here with the baddest man on the planet, the heavyweight champion of the world, Francis Ngannou. How are you, Francis?
I'm good, Mike.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Big smile on your face.
Oh, thank you.
Massive main event this weekend, a fight against Ciryl Gane, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about this. Of course, you two have history with one another.
We don't have history.
No
That's
history?
Not, of course.
No.
We do not have history.
You don't have history?
No.
Come on.
Which history is that?
Well, you used to train with each other a little bit.
We don't used to train with each other. I trained with this guy probably about 6 times.
Okay.
Less than 8 times in 3 weeks, and that's all. And back in 2019, I was already based in Vegas. Then I went after I fought Curtis Blade in China. I went in Cameroon. Okay. Then on my way back, I stopped in France because I have a Ken Velasquez fight in Phoenix. So the time I was running out of time. I stopped in France for 1 month, and he was getting ready for a fight. So we trained together for the next 3 weeks that he was there.
Yeah.
Before I left too.
There was some talk about this footage being manipulated.
Footage. Everything's being manipulated, not only footage. The narrative,
the
really? Story, such as you say, there's a history. We trained together for a long time.
Sure. So that's all nonsense.
It's all manipulated.
Yeah. So if the real footage came out, what would the real footage show?
No, something, definitely something different from what he looks. You know, I feel very, I don't feel comfortable get to the point to respond to that footage because
I understand.
Because like personally, you know, for me when I go to train, I usually beg people to give me a round, and if at the end of the sparring or if at some point something happened, it's not something that I would take pleasure of because he would be a mistake, an accident. You know, I always like trying to take care of my partner because next time he's gonna give me, I'm gonna ask for a round and he's gonna be willing to. But if you hurt somebody, nobody will show up next time and you will find yourself dumb in the gym by yourself, hitting back or the cage on your own, you know, and don't have a good training. And it doesn't matter.
Well, as you say, it is just training. You know, people have good days, people have bad days. I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. Yeah. But do you put any stock into that? How much do you think that anybody, or Ciryl, if you were sparring and he thinks in his mind that he did good, is that going to matter come fight night?
No, I'm not sure he does that. I'm not sure I mean, he did good, but I'm not sure if he's thinking about that training. He would think that he will be in an advantage.
Well, it was a long time ago anyway. I'm sure you've both changed as fighters since then.
Yeah, and if he thinks about it, he might not be playing in his favor.
How do you feel about Ciryl? If he was here now and there was no cameras rolling, would you guys say hi? Would you shake hands?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might shake hands with him.
Nice.
Because I have no problem with Ciryl personally. And this is like one of the thing that I don't like here, you know, people trying
to
create stuff
some beef.
Make beef where they are not. I mean, obviously, personally, I can't say anything bad about Ciryl. I don't know. I don't know him so well.
Sure.
But for the most that I know him, I can't say anything bad about him. So
do you think this is the media trying to play this up a little bit just to create a story and some hype and have something to talk about?
Media, everything, yes, it's being all manipulated.
Yeah. Okay, well, I got to ask you about the fight. I mean, of course, you know, you're going to be confident coming into this one, but how do you see the fight going down?
The fight going down, you know, I'm going to admit that this is going to be a tough fight regarding the style, but, you know, like one of the first time that I walked to a fight and like feel pretty confident about like, okay, let's say this guy will attempt a takedown or a wrestling or something. I'm like, this is not the fight, this is not the game. You know, it's not like when I was preparing to a Stipe fight, I'm like, you better don't let him
sprawl.
You know, all those stuff. So yes, Ciryl has a good striking, but he's kind of like lacked in that area, you know, which is all on my favor because I have a little bit of experience there, you know. And when I look at him on his record, he hasn't fought a good wrestler yet, you know. I was hoping some time that they give him Curtis Blade, before you get past Curtis Blade.
Hey,
I don't sign you up.
We all gotta fight wrestlers. As Europeans, they suck.
Wrestler, you gotta get
come on, bro, you gotta fight a wrestler at some point.
Yeah, because that's when you know that you're not ready. Like what's happened to me with Steven.
Hey, but that's part of the learning curve.
Yeah, but that's when you understand.
Yeah.
Before then, you do not understand.
A lot of people say, anyone that talks about this fight, they say that you have the big power advantage and he maybe has the speed and the movement. What do you say to that?
People talk a lot of things. They want something to put. No long time ago, I was the one who having excuse. I mean, when I get in the UFC, you can find tens of tape that I was the one like, hey, this guy is fastest. This guy has the best takedown defense, this guy has this, and then suddenly after some fight, the switch, it's all about like promoting the fight. And from where I am today, I kind of like have a little bit of experience. I understand all that. That doesn't matter to me. I know that, we're gonna get in the octagon that day, and everything that people says, nobody else will be there, just Ciryl and I. And we have to sort this out. That's the best part of this fight. When they lock that cage, everybody is out. Nobody talks anymore.
Well, there's going to be 20,000 people watching as well, which is going to be a lot
Millions of people over the world.
Millions.
The whole Cameroonian is waiting this fight, bro.
God.
I can't even talk to my family because when I call, they just bring up the fight. I'm like, please, can you tell me how you guys are doing? Can you talk to me about something else? I just want to talk about something else rather than a fight. But they're so excited because it's all over.
It's hard being the champ. People are excited. I mean, what does that mean to you? I mean, to go back to Cameroon and the people there, they support you so much, of course, to be the champion and to inspire so many people there. I mean, it must feel good.
Yeah, I think it's a blessing that so many people, just a few people in their lifetime will have an opportunity, Sometimes you will say, that I don't care, that doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, he does matter because just by not doing so much, you have an impact on some people's life, so it's great.
Going back to the fight for a second, if I was one of your coaches, I would say my strategy, with respect, would be you got to go forward, cut off the cage, back him up against the fence. Because when he's backed up against the fence,
he doesn't fight it.
He's got nowhere to run to, and now obviously you have the punching power. What do you say to that? You think that's a good idea, a good plan?
That's a good idea, but there is a lot of other scenarios that we won't really talk about it because
of course
that must be going
There's a few
to our
game
plan. Yeah, but yes, one thing we know, he doesn't fight on his heels. He's not a counter fighter. He wants you to stand down and then he will bounce back and forth. And,
just like he did against Derek Lewis.
Yeah, he'll bounce and then run and then bounce, get you frustrated.
Let me ask you about your mentality when you go into a fight, because every time we've spoken, you're always very calm. You've always got a smile on your face. You're a very happy man. What is your psyche, your mindset when you step in there? Are you an angry fighter? Are you a calm fighter?
Well, angry fighter hasn't been very productive.
No, I agree.
Maybe, but I like to be calm and to be able to think, because the more you're calm, the more you're able to think what to do, approach. Listen, being angry will make you rush and then maybe gas out, spoil your energy, load up, slow down, all those stuff. But when you're calm, you're collect, and at some point you will have your opportunity, because being angry or being calm doesn't take anything off of your power or your skills.
The power. See, there it is.
The power is there.
And we know the power is there, Francis. We've seen it many times. So is that what you're predicting in this fight? A knockout?
Yeah. Of course. That's my prediction under 2 rounds.
There's no other way you're going to win, let's be honest. I mean, you are going to knock people out when you connect.
That's my prediction. I don't agree with you that it's no other way.
No, of course.
It's
But
a
I'm
lot
saying
of weight.
when you connect with people, generally they go to sleep. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Basically with Ciryl, you know, going on to the next second fight, I know with Stipe, I know that he's tough. He might need more than one punch to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, so I might not just put it to sleep at easy, but Ciryl doesn't have the same chin.
Okay, interesting. Saturday night, there's going to be a big crowd. The last one against Stipe was at the Apex. How excited are you to get out in front of all these thousands of people? Because fighting's an amazing thing, but doing it in front of a packed house, it's very different.
You know, certainly, but personally, I don't think about it so much, like, because thinking about crowd sometimes can also have a down effect. I remember I was in Arizona when I fought Ken Velasquez, and people was booing me.
Yeah.
So I have to like make attraction and like get in this bubble and like ignore everything around, you know, and just walk and like there were nobody there. And I think at the end of the day, like when you're there fighting, I don't know about you, but when I get there and start a fight, I don't notice anybody around.
Yeah.
It's even hard to listen to my corner.
Yeah.
You know, so the crowd, no.
Now you got to be 100%
Oh,
focused.
you're in the action.
Yeah.
You know.
So Saturday night, it all goes your way. What is next for Francis Ngannou? Because as we know, you know, we all know there's a little bit of tension between you and the UFC.
Well, it's been over 2 years now that Francis Ngannou doesn't know what next for him. You know, after every fight, I just go home, sit, wait, and see what's happened.
The best way to do it.
Yeah, because I don't want to been thinking and like pushing like, oh, what's next? Oh, I want to fight. Oh, this get me frustrated because I have no answer, and when I have the answer, it's not the one who favor me. So trying to get things right, you know, have a new contract with a good term and a good security in that.
Well, that's what we all want. One thing we all want as well, I think, would be to see you versus Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury came out. I'm sure you saw it. He said, yeah, he would love to do that.
Oh, definitely. It's been over 2 years that we've been going back and forth. And as you might know, I won't stop fighting before without do a couple boxing.
Yeah, boxing. I mean, that would be incredible to see.
That's
you win
on
that.
my checklist.
Yeah. And Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, any of those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another thing that you're doing outside of fighting, getting into the movies now. So we've had the Fast and the Furious, we've got Jackass, you're cracking people in the balls. I mean, talk to me about that. I mean, come on. Did you punch Johnny Knoxville in the balls as hard as
Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, it wasn't Johnny Knoxville,
Yeah.
okay.
But
Come on, there's no way you hit as hard as you could.
I did.
He's a brave man.
So actually I get there and then I thought I'm gonna pretend.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, no, bro. It's a real stuff. You have to do it. So I was nervous. Like, I'm like, bro.
You're gonna hurt somebody.
Yeah, like so bad. I mean, I don't know what will happen. And I think that takes something out of me. And the worst thing about it is like, the first time when I was hitting, he moved. So I didn't really hit him in the balls.
Okay.
I'm like,
you're like, I gotta do this again.
No, they say you have to start over. Like, you have to really hit him in the balls. I'm like, damn. Like, really?
I guess I gotta do it again then.
Yeah.
Seemed like you enjoyed it a little bit.
No. No.
Oh my God. I'm sure
crazy.
He did not enjoy it. How was he afterwards? What was his reaction?
He was all red.
Oh yeah. In the face?
All the skin. He was all red.
Or in the area.
All red. Like, but he was alive though, which is a good news.
Only just, I'm sure. Fast and the Furious, tell me about that. How was that experience?
That was massive. That was huge. Actually, the Fast and Furious was in the UK, in London.
Yeah, in London, right?
Yes, I went there, and that was the first time in the movie stage, and not the least, the biggest stage. And I see the movie magic. That was crazy. The setup and everything, you know. That was a huge, big experience.
Is that something you want to do more of? I mean, of course, come on, right? Who wouldn't?
Yeah, definitely. but also I don't want to like lose focus.
Get distracted.
Get distracted. Time to time, you know, trying to build up something maybe for my after career, but I don't want to get distracted while I'm still fighting.
Okay, well, talking of fighting, of course, Ciryl Gane at the weekend. Final question. When you win, how does it happen? What round? Give me your official prediction, please.
My official prediction is knockout under 2 rounds.
Under 2 rounds?
Yeah.
Well, I believe it. I believe it. I'm looking forward to it. Francis, thank you for your time.
Thank you, Michael.
All the best, my brother.
You're welcome.